Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and welcome on into Hazley's Hot Takes. I'm your host, Clint, host of the sports talk show Hazley's Hot Takes. And tonight we'll be previewing UFC 317, headlined by Charles Oliveira versus Ilia Topuria. Just to give you guys a rundown of how this video will go, we'll be covering the UFC 317 main card, which consists of 5 fights. We will not be covering the early prelims or prelims, just simply due to the fact I don't have a lot of experience with these videos. So we'll just cover the 5 main fights on the card, giving predictions on who's going to win, how they're going to win, and the round that they're going to win in. And also, we'll be starting from the main card opener, working our way all the way up to the main event of Charles Oliveira versus Ilia Topuria. And now we'll go ahead and start with our main card opener here of Felipe Lima versus Peyton Talbot. Peyton Talbot is the taller fighter, is the better striker. Felipe Lima has the aggressive approach, close the distance, get the grappling involved, and get takedowns as needed. I can see Peyton Talbot starting off hot with his jab and leg kicks, kind of with space and distance, making that work. But I can see Felipe Lima getting pretty fed up with that early and closing the distance and turning it into a grappling, dirty boxing affair. So with that being said, I can see Felipe Lima taking down Peyton Talbot and draining his gas tank as the fight wears on. So I'll be taking Felipe Lima by decision. Moving on up the card, we have Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano, contested at 155, the lightweight division, 3-round fight. This one could go either way, really. Renato Moicano is going to get dirty with the dirty boxing, maybe mix in some takedowns, look for a big crack, and then get Beneil down. I can see Dariush with pepper in his right jab, but he also has a left hand that is essentially the nuclear option. He can shut your lights out at any moment with that. At any point, he could be losing the first 2 rounds and catch Moicano, and that's that. So really, could go either way here. I on my side here, I can see Beneil Dariush actually getting the win here. So I'm looking at Beneil Dariush to get a round 3 TKO to beat Renato Moicano here. And moving on up the card, we have Brandon Royval versus Joshua Van at 125. This one has all the makings for a absolute highly contested, very competitive bout. I personally am a Brandon Royval fan, have been a fan of his for years. He's fought who's who at 125. He's fought Tatsuya Otura. He's fought Alexander Pantoja. He's fought Matt Schnell. He's fought Nicolau. He's fought Bontarin. He's fought Moreno. I mean, goodness. So he's fought the who's who at 125. Joshua Van, on the other hand, is one of the brightest stars up and coming at 125. He's taking this fight on 2 weeks' notice, which is incredible. So Brandon Royval was preparing for Manel Cape, and Manel Cape, I think he had an injury, had to back out, had to pull out, and the UFC replaced him with Joshua Van, who literally just fought 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. So it's a crazy turnaround for him, the shortest of his career for Joshua Van, and also the highest step up in opposition that Joshua Van has ever seen. I root for both of these guys whenever they're on a card. So this one will be really tough for me to pick. As far as what I think will go down in this fight, I can see Royval using just all of his talents and his tools here. He's a great wrestler, great grappler. He kind of will take it to you no matter what style you fight. He will adapt and almost, I mean, he's won more than he's lost, so beat you at your own style. He's got great hands and feet. He's a great grappler, can scramble with the best of them. Joshua Van is mostly a kickboxer and is pretty explosive nonetheless, but I think Brandon Royval being an underdog here, and I mean, underdog barely, but being an underdog is crazy work. I really expect Brandon Royval to get the win here. I would expect probably by decision. I'll take Brandon Royval to beat Joshua Van by decision, but it's worth noting that maybe Joshua Van fades in the 3rd round and Royval gets a takedown and submits him or gets a knockout, whatever it may be. I can see Royval getting to him in the 3rd round, really, but I think the safe bet here is Brandon Royval by decision. And moving on up the card, we have our co-main event of the evening, Alexander Pantoja versus Kai Kara-France. The 125 flyweight championship of the world is on the line here. Alexander Pantoja is your current champion at 125. He's beaten kind of everybody in the division, kind of cleaning it out here. Kai Kara-France is on the up and up with a knockout in his last fight. This one's interesting because Kai Kara-France has crazy power. He can knock anybody out in the division, but I really truly think that Alexander Pantoja is just that much better. He's gonna eat a strike. He's gonna get his takedown. He's gonna probably control him. So this one's tough as far as how it'll be a win. It's Pantoja, but I just don't know how. I'm going to go with Kai Kara-France Faden in the later rounds. So I'm going to go Pantoja by a 4th round submission here. He's great. I mean, the guy's got power in his hands and his feet. He can grapple with you, take you to the ground, control you, not let you back up, get points that way. Kai Kara-France really only has 1 or 2 ways to victory here. It's pretty much a knockout or just a ground and pound TKO, something along those lines. But I don't like the way that Kai Kara-France gives up space. He backs up to the cage really easy and willing. He's okay with that. And Pantoja is going to take advantage of that and take him down pretty effectively. So I will be taking Alexander Pantoja by a 4th round submission.
And it's time. 5 rounds in the lightweight division for the lightweight championship of the world.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we've reached the main event between Charles Oliveira and Ilia Topuria for the lightweight championship of the world. Ilia Topuria stepping up from the featherweight division where he was a champ there, stepping up to lightweight at 155, making his 2nd fight at lightweight. He fought there once prior, went back down to featherweight, and well, the rest is history there. Charles Oliveira, a historical lightweight, most finishes in the division. Very great with submission offense and defense. He can submit you real fast. Doesn't have the best stand-up game, but he can mix things up pretty quick with knees and elbows, and he's pretty rangy and lanky there as well. Ilia Topuria is going to be giving up some height and reach here, but Ilia Topuria does have knockout power. You can ask Alex Volkanovski, you can ask Max Holloway. He can shut your lights out real quick. So you got knockout power on one side, you've got submission ace on the other side, but he does have knockout power as well. He can soften you up real quick and then choke you out. Ask Justin Gaethje, ask Dustin Poirier. So trust me, he's the real deal as well. The odds on this one are really wide. They have Ilia Topuria, at least on UFC, is a minus 440 favorite, and Charles Oliveira is a plus 340 underdog. Quite wide odds for a guy going up to fight for a belt, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, he is Ilia Topuria. He's a bad man. So he's got it all figured out. It's kind of just his world. We're just living in it type thing. Charles Oliveira is elite for sure, but his chin can be questionable at times. So it's if he can survive the first 2 rounds, I think Oliveira can really put it on him late. But I'm not sure he gets past those first 2 rounds. As far as a prediction for the championship fight for UFC 317, I will be taking Ilia Topuria to get a TKO over Charles Oliveira in round 4. I think it could happen way earlier. It could happen in round 1 or 2, but I think round 4, Ilia Topuria gets a TKO over Charles Oliveira and is your new lightweight champion of the world. And this wraps up episode 10 of Hazley's Hot Takes, previewing UFC 317, headlined by Charles Oliveira and Ilia Topuria. Gonna be a good card, I think. We made predictions from the main card opener all the way up to the main event, and I will see how they hold up. I wouldn't put gambling advice on it by any means, but just my predictions on what will happen in the fights. Should be a good card throughout. The prelims and early prelims are also really good, and I'm excited to watch all of those. But if you see anything that you think I could change in this format or to be better one way or the other, please leave a comment. Let me know. I'll be happy to listen and try to be better, as I really love doing these and making these, but it does take a lot of effort, and I'm really new to it still, so I'm still learning kind of nuances with little tips and tricks I can do. But nonetheless, I hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend, and I will catch you in the next one.